So in one of my most recent videos, I mentioned that the HOA is tripping because I have this car right here. This car is a little piece apart, and I was waiting for the key so I can be able to move it. I'm gonna be taking it to the wrench, but I need to drill out the key cylinder. And the only reason why I need to remove it is because this car is automatic and I can't disengage it without removing the key cylinder. So now I gotta drill it out. I've never done this before, but I'm gonna bring you guys along the road so you guys can kind of see. I'm excited for this car because this car is going to be for one of my nephews, and I'm going to be working on it pretty soon here after I'm done with my car. So let's get started. All right, so since the steering wheel is kind of loose, I noticed that it was missing these two bolts, and I found them along with all the other bolts that they had taken off. And so I'm throwing these on so the steering wheel could be a little tighter. So when I'm working on this thing, I can be able to get this out without moving this whole steering column all over the place. So I gotta tighten these up. All right, here's the progress. I'm taking out the key cylinder little by little, but this is not an easy task, guys. I would say if you want to do this, make sure that you have a key. That way you can be able to remove the pin that goes down here, but without the key you got to break all of this off, and then you know you got to be careful because you don't want to damage anything in here either. So we'll see how it continues to go. Well, the one thing I didn't want to happen actually happened. I broke part of the casing right here, and man, I just want to curse so bad, but whatever. Can't cry over spilled milk. This already happened, so this is not an easy task. Maybe if I had experienced and done this before, it'd be a lot easier, but you know, we're learning and it is what it is. Now, gotta continue to figure out how to get this thing off. After 30 minutes of smacking, hitting, and trying to dismantle this thing and breaking off a piece of this casting right here, man, this shit is so fucking hard. Sorry for the French, but man, don't buy a FoxBody if it doesn't have a key. All right, after much determination, time, smacking, and effort, I was able to this off, which is where the key goes and it turns. Now, there's a bunch of little pins that make the key obviously turn, but now the thing is I gotta get way in there and see. I don't know if you guys can see, I gotta break that pin off, that one down there, or make it turn so this whole piece can turn and come out, or this whole piece can turn and expose the pin that goes down there so then it could be able to slide out. So now I got to figure that part out. Right, all right guys, so if you guys never done this before, here's a quick tip. All right, because I had to learn this a real hard way. I was trying to take this thing off by smashing the inside of that, which I'm not even sure if I'm supposed to smash the inside of that, but remember that little pin I was telling you guys about? All you really have to do is just grab like your little pick like this and then push it inward instead of trying to push it out. Get it out of there, get the pin out. I don't know if you guys can see the pin, this pin right here, right there. Yep, and then this whole thing will come out. Let me show you. Now here's this little pin right there. I'm gonna put this down here for now, and then this thing just slides out just like that. Done. Now I'm not sure if I damaged that or not, but we'll see if I was supposed to break all of this off like that. All right, now after removing this little retainer, you just kind of spin it, get this out of there, and then you get this little wheel that is part of the cylinder, which I was worried about. And then you have all of this in here, which there's another little wheel that goes up and down like that, and you can see it right up here. It goes up and down, and I think that's where you're supposed to connect the new one. And when you're turned all the way down like this, then I think you have freed the steering column. Yep, and now that I have the steering column freed, we should be able to engage this right here. There it is. Oh my goodness. Now we're able to put it on neutral, put it in drive, and now we can push it on the trailer. Finally, after breaking some of this casing off, figuring this out, this little dial that goes in there is what's supposed to turn so that you can disengage your steering wheel and put this on neutral. Oh my god, look at this. This is my favorite sound on a FoxBody. Look at this. Woo. There we go. Finally, time to relocate this bad boy. About to load it up on the trailer. Let's take it to the ranch. Relocation time. Take it on this trailer. Should have put some more air on the tires, but it's all good. Time to move this bad boy out the way. We're gonna start winching it up a little bit with a hand winch, and we're gonna push. Oh, I can't wait to start working on this thing too. In a hand winch method, what is this called?
It's called a come along.
Come along. We're using two of them. because we don't have an electric winch.
Okay.
So got it hooked up to the K member, and we've been just little by little ratcheting it up. Got to do what we have, but it's going up. It's going up. Going on the trailer. That's what doing FoxBody stuff today. Thank you, Chewy. Thank you, Cisco.
What?
Thank you, bro. All right, there we are. Loaded. Now we're gonna strap it down, and we're gonna hit the road jack with this thing. We're gonna relocate it to its new place for now. Since the car has a little drop, has lowering springs, we had to jack it up a little because the exhaust was getting caught up in this section right here. I don't know if you guys can see over there. So in order for that to clear, I had to use a jack up the rear end, and then continue to winch up. That way we can get it right. So
Did you put it
there
in
it
park?
is. Home. What's up?